You think Rome was marble, order, and clean water. But one of its most ordinary rooms could turn survival into a silent gamble. Behind the empire's grand streets, thousands of people shared spaces where privacy vanished. Waste moved slowly, and invisible danger waited everywhere. You are not visiting a monument. You are stepping into a working room of the ancient city, where one mistake could follow you home. The danger is not a blade or a battlefield. It is the bench, the gutter, the sponge, the hand, the breath. Ancient Rome built sewers, aqueducts, and drains, but technology did not make the human body safe from contamination. In a city packed with people, animals, markets, workshops, and heat, waste was not an abstract problem. It was the atmosphere. Public latrines could be social rooms, practical rooms, and dangerous rooms at once. You sat beside strangers with almost no barrier. For the poor, this might be your only option outside a chamber pot. For a traveler, it might be unavoidable. The empire could move water across valleys. Yet inside this room, the smallest organisms moved with far greater ease. Historians and archaeologists have found that Roman sanitation did not remove the threat of intestinal parasites. In some places, evidence shows the opposite. Roundworm, whipworm, and other infections could travel through contaminated food, water, soil, hands, and surfaces touched by everyone. Your first survival rule is simple. Do not trust the room just because Rome built it in stone. The bench looks solid. The channel below looks controlled. But the system depends on water, maintenance, and thousands of imperfect human habits. If water slows, waste collects. If a drain backs up, the clean line between city and sewer disappears. The smell alone would change how you breathe. Ammonia, damp stone, human waste, smoke, and heat pressing into one chamber. You take shorter breaths, not because anyone told you to, but because your body understands danger before your mind does. There is another problem: contact. Everything here is touched, brushed, leaned on, splashed, and shared. The famous sponge on a stick is often described as a shared cleaning tool, though scholars still debate its exact use. If it was used on bodies, the risk is obvious. If it cleaned surfaces, the danger still lived in the same wet room. Either way, survival begins with suspicion. Do not assume the object beside the drain is safe because it looks ordinary. Imagine sitting shoulder to shoulder while conversations continue around you. In Rome, embarrassment was not the main threat. The real threat is that every person brings the city with them: dust, sweat, infection, market grime, and unseen illness. A crowded latrine is a map of transmission. The route is not drawn in ink, but in hands and water droplets. Your second survival rule: keep your hands away from your face until you can wash with water you trust. But trust is difficult in a world before germ theory, before soap habits like yours, before modern sewage treatment. Romans understood dirt, odor, and decency. They did not understand microbes the way you do. That gap between engineering and biology is where the room becomes a trap. The sewer promises removal, but removal is not purification. Waste can leave the bench and still return through water, insects, hands, or food. In summer, heat would magnify everything: smell, thirst, fatigue, and the speed at which filth became part of daily life. In winter, damp cold could settle into your clothes, your lungs, your skin, and every wet surface you touched. This is not the dramatic death of an arena. It is slower, more humiliating, and much harder to see coming. A stomach cramp may begin hours later. Fever may come at night. Weakness may arrive after the room is already behind you. Parasites do not need drama. They need a path. Public sanitation could give them many. If you are a worker, you return to the mill, the workshop, the dock, or the street still carrying the risk. If you are a soldier, a sick gut can weaken you before any enemy reaches the wall. At frontier forts, archaeology has revealed intestinal parasite evidence in latrine contexts, a reminder that discipline did not defeat contamination. The army could march in formation, the body could still be conquered from within. Now the room tests your choices. Where do you step? What do you touch? How long do you stay? You choose the driest path, the least crowded corner, the seat least stained by water, and the fastest exit. You avoid splashes from the channel below, because in this world, a drop can carry more than smell. You do not linger for conversation. Social custom is useful only until it makes you careless. You watch the basin. If the water looks stagnant, survival says leave it alone. You look for fresh flow, for movement, for any sign that the system is still carrying danger away from you. But Rome is busy. Behind you, another person enters. Beside you, another hand reaches for the same surface. The room is never truly yours. That is the psychological trap. No privacy, no certainty, no clean boundary. Even the architecture tells you the truth. The seats are side by side because the city values function over comfort. To survive, you must think like someone who knows what Rome does not. The invisible is more dangerous than the obvious. The obvious danger is the smell. The invisible danger is what rides on moisture, fingers, and food eaten later with those same hands. This is why the latrine does not end at the doorway. It follows the city through markets, kitchens, barracks, and bedrooms. A public toilet is not just a room. It is a meeting point between engineering, habit, poverty, status, and disease. Some Romans had private facilities or household arrangements. Many others depended on shared systems where dignity was negotiated in public. The poorer you are, the less control you have over water, space, timing, and cleanliness. And survival is often control over distance, contact, food, water, and the moment you decide to walk away. Outside, Rome looks magnificent again. Columns, crowds, sunlight, water fountains, the confidence of an empire. But now you know the secret beneath the marble. A city can be advanced and still be unsafe. The genius of Rome moved water. The weakness of Rome was that people still had to touch the world it moved through. Your final survival decision is not heroic. It is small, practical, and unglamorous. Leave cleaner than you entered. Avoid the shared tool. Avoid the stagnant basin. Avoid touching food. Avoid staying long enough to become careless. That may sound simple now. In the ancient city, it required knowledge almost no one possessed. Because the room was built to solve a human problem, but it created another one that Rome could not see. No monster waited under the bench. No executioner stood at the door. The threat was ordinary, wet, shared, and patient. Ancient Rome's public toilets were not just horrifying because they were filthy. They were horrifying because they looked controlled. They made danger feel normal. They turned survival into routine. And routine is where humans stop paying attention. If you sat there for one ordinary day, breathing that air, touching that stone, trusting that water, would you survive this?